Hello everyone, how are you? It's Riss. So today we're gonna get a little down and dirty, mama, and talk about some reverse harem recommendations from me.
Is this camera okay? I don't know if this angle's good. I feel like I've been filming with Loki all day, and this is not what it looks like.
It's a better angle. So I am a self-proclaimed reverse harem girl. I love reverse harems, and if you know me, I think a lot of these recs might be repeats. Like, I've said this a lot, so hopefully this video finds a new audience. Reverse harems are so fun. I have one book that's not a reverse harem, but I wanted to throw it in because it's a little like group sexy moment, and it's really good. So we're gonna kind of go from light end of the spectrum to dark end of the spectrum. So I'm gonna go in my one exception book right now, and that is the American Queen series. This series is so good. It is male, female, male with male in it. So sexy. I think it's like the president and the vice president and then her, but I think I could have it wrong. I read this a long time ago and I'm honestly maybe due for a reread. The first two books are excellent, but the third one is excellent, but it also like kind of goes a little like into a fantasy vibe, which isn't, in my opinion, the vibe of the series. I'm not the author, but that's just my opinion. So it starts off really high and it continues being high. The whole series is overall good, but I just think that you should see this magical element come in. So this is a good starter point for a little group sexy moment. I would start with this series. And now I have two kind of light reverse harems that I think are a really fun place to start. The first is Three Swedish Mountain Men by Lily Gold. I have on my TBR for February 3 bodyguards or something like that. I think, and I've heard that her books are all super consistent and they're also really sexy. So I really liked this book. It's about a girl who's running from something. I kind of saw early on what she was running from, but she goes to Sweden and she gets in a car accident with a moose, and these three guys take her in to their cabin. So it's super like atmospheric, cozy, comfy, whatever, and these men are also super likable. So I think that her books are a good place to start. That's what this one's about. And the bodyguard one is she's one of the most hated celebrities and she has a stalker, and there's like a movie premiere coming up. So yeah. The next is Happenstance by Tessa Bailey. This was a super quick read, super fun, super light. It's a good reverse harem. It's like she meets these three guys in whatever that's called. I don't remember. And just like it's insta love. There's an immediate connection with them. I don't know, it's just really good. So this is another one that I would definitely recommend. So now I have my favorite reverse harem of all time. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. It is Pucking Around by Emily Rath. This is like top tier smut. Like, so good. It's not necessarily dark because it's a hockey romance, but bro, this bitch is everything to me. These characters are everything. It's like two of the players and the one equipment manager, and the one equipment manager is besties with the other player, and the other player kind of comes in later. Like, it kind of starts as 3 and then ends up being 4 people. Everybody who I have held at gunpoint to read this has loved it. So please take my goddamn advice and buy this freaking book. It's also on Kindle Unlimited. Wow, and it just came out of like indie publishing, so it's at Barnes & Noble, and I want to buy the copy because it has like glitter on it. This also does have male in it, which is like low-key kind of a requirement for me at this point. If there's one book that you get from this, it's this one. Next, we have Lilac by B.B. Reed, one of my first reverse harems. My first reverse harem was Den of Vipers and Diver's Heart by K.A. Knight. If you want a wild ride, honestly, I'm just gonna take a little pause and shout those books out. If you want a wild ride, those two are for you. Den of Vipers is like a mafia moment and they kidnap her and blah blah blah. That's like, that book is known for the famous knife scene. Ooh. Diver's Heart is I kind of like second chancey from what I remember, and it's like they're going like spelunking. Like, I don't freaking know. That book was crazy, and also like made no sense because they were like getting it on in the cave, like on the mud, and I was like, all right, you do you. But anyway, Lilac blew me away. It is a rock star reverse harem with also male. This is the first time I was introduced to that, and now it's like a key facet of my personality. This is like, they're on the tour bus together, and she is a guitarist, or maybe she's the singer, I don't know, but she's with them. Super forced proximity. This book is so sexy. It also goes super deep into the characters. Like, something about these two books that are good is they're longer, and it really goes into depth about these characters, and they are also like pretty tangible things that you, like, as a real person can envision. Like, sports and bands are some of my favorite tropes, so I would definitely recommend these. And now I have two dark ones. I would include Den of Vipers and Diver's Heart also in these dark ones. Now I'm really thinking about Diver's Heart. So now I have two dark ones. We have Losers. I've seen a lot of people talk about this series. Here's the second one. I forgot to bring The Dare in, but The Dare, it starts with The Dare, and The Dare is a novella, and then she turned it into the duology. These are dark, bro. Read the kink warnings and the trigger warnings, because there was something at the end of the second one that I did not see freaking coming, and like, whatever, it was fine, I don't judge, but also, bro, like, come on. So this is like a dark romance where she's like the popular princess, whatever, blonde cheerleader, everything, and they're the losers, and they're like emo, and there's a lot of male, and it's just like so good, and it's found family. And these books, the pacing is out of this world. It is quick. You fall in love with the characters. I would definitely recommend it, but again, please check the freaking warnings if you want to know what's coming. Like, I don't love checking trigger warnings because I don't like I want to be surprised, which is a flaw of mine. And then finally, Heartless Heathens. So underrated, but I've talked about it a lot. This book is unlike anything I've ever read. It is like a dystopian reverse harem, and it's so fucking good, and it's so like anti-religion, kind of. I don't know. This book was just fucking crazy. It was crazy. It was good. I don't know if I would recommend jumping straight into reverse harems with this, because it's like very graphic, and there's a lot of trigger warnings in it, and a lot of consensual non-consent, girl. So yeah, and I mean, I don't mind consensual non-consent. I am a dark romance girly. So these are some reverse harem recs. Honorable mention would be the Groupie series by C.M. Stunich. I just read that when did I read that? In January. I read the whole series. There should be another one coming out. That's kind of like a not the most well-written reverse harem. Like, I wouldn't recommend it, but I have it and I enjoyed it, and those books made me freaking giggle. So but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you get some inspiration out of this, and have a happy, healthy day. Bye.